Terrible crime. The suspect in the attack of an 81-year-old veteran in court this afternoon. What he is being charged with. Paula.
Hey, Karen, a lot of workplaces have these. It's an AED. The question is, do you know how to use it, or would you even have the courage to try? Well, we talked to some co-workers who did have the courage. Made all the difference in the world.
Also, basketball backlash, more negative reaction to the North Carolina state law that restricts restroom access and other rights to transgender people. How the NCAA is responding this afternoon. Andrew.
Karen, good afternoon. What a beautiful day we have once again, and summer-like, over 80 degrees right now. Can we keep this going? Showers on the horizon, so what are the rain chances? Got your full forecast, 4-zone weather on the way.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. We are getting our first look at the man suspected of being responsible for carjacking an 81-year-old man in Detroit. 25-year-old Corey Hill was named a person of interest on Monday and was arrested by Detroit police earlier today. Hill is responsible for carjacking and shooting 81-year-old Herman Garth last month, according to police. Hill was arraigned today in Wayne County Court on charges of carjacking, assault, armed robbery, and carrying a concealed weapon. Police say they've got the man they believe responsible for shooting a Detroit police sergeant. Police say that sergeant was shot in the shoulder while chasing the 21-year-old suspect last night near 7 Mile and Hayes on the city's west side. Right now, the sergeant is recovering. Police say the man in custody was wanted for shooting his father on Sunday and carjacking and shooting another person, all with a sawed-off shotgun. He has not been officially charged. More charges in the accused serial rapist case. 32-year-old Ike Smith is facing charges in 2 new cities today. Smith was charged last week in Redford Township for home invasion, armed robbery, and 2 counts of sexual assault. That same day, he was also charged with home invasion and 4 counts of sexual assault for an incident in Garden City. Today, Smith was charged in connection with another sexual assault in Allen Park. Police are reviewing 2 warrants for Smith in Dearborn Heights as well. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump is coming back to Michigan. Today, his campaign announced he will tour Flint tomorrow. Also today, Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Kaine is in Ann Arbor. The Virginia senator spoke to a crowd of students at University of Michigan this afternoon, urging them to come out to the polls this November. Tonight at 6, you can see Guy Gordon's one-on-one interview with Kaine. Time now for our first look at the forecast. Oh, Andrew, if we could just have these days, every day, wouldn't it be so nice?
Yeah, let's try and book this through December and January. How about that? I know we'd love it. Oh, wow, look at these temps, everybody. 80 or more in Ann Arbor. We've got 80 degrees right on the nose. Same thing in Howell. Good afternoon to you. Over at City Airport, 81 and now 81 degrees, right on schedule over at Metro Airport. Everyone getting in on this nice warm action as we go through the rest of this afternoon. And into this evening, we continue to see mostly fair skies, including for baseball tonight. Now, if you're doing some tailgating, take care out there in the heat. As always, we'll still see temperatures in our next hour or two. It's a 7 o'clock start over at Comerica Park. Temperatures fall through the 70s. Rain is right on our doorstep, but it does not arrive until after tonight's baseball game. So when does it arrive exactly? We'll talk about that for Wednesday's forecast and take a look at 4-zone weather and the next 7 days coming up. Remember, you can get 4-zone weather any time of day right online on the weather page of clickondetroit.com.
Well, there has been more negative reaction to the North Carolina state law that restricts restroom access and other rights to transgender people. And this reaction is hitting hard because it comes from the college sports championship plans of the NCAA. Kimberly Gill is following this story, joins us now from the newsroom with the latest.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. You might remember it was back in March that North Carolina's legislature passed House Bill 2, which would limit rights of LGBT people, including transgender bathroom access, requiring people to use bathrooms corresponding to the sex on their birth certificates. Well, the NCAA had been planning several of its championship events for North Carolina in this academic year, but as of last night, those plans have now been canceled. Now, the NCAA had planned 7 championship competitions for North Carolina in 3 different college divisions. Those events included men's and women's soccer, men's and women's tennis, women's lacrosse, and men's baseball and basketball. The organization says its events must promote an inclusive atmosphere. Basketball is big in North Carolina, and the men's head basketball coach at Duke was on CNBC this morning and said the state will suffer from this decision.
The economic stuff in our state as a result, not just of losing business, events, image. How much do all these companies, states, areas spend on image? Our image is being tarnished, and it's embarrassing.
Coach Krzyzewski says he does support the decision, and so does the Duke University Athletics Director. The NCAA will decide soon where it will relocate all those events. And also, the National Basketball Association, you might remember, recently decided to move its 2017 All-Star Game from Charlotte to New Orleans because of House Bill 2. As of now, that North Carolina law remains in place. Karen, back
all
to
right,
you.
continues to be a very controversial topic. Thank you, Kim. First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines all around the world. 3 members of the Islamic State were arrested in Germany today. Over 200 people were involved in the arrest this morning. The 3 men were all Syrian and between the ages of 19 to 26. Authorities believe they were brought into the country by the same network responsible for smuggled militants into France to carry out deadly attacks last November. Police searched the flats of 3 suspects, but have yet to announce what they found. The same week the Snowden movie is released in theaters, the real-life Edward Snowden is asking President Obama to grant him a pardon. Snowden has been charged in the U.S. with espionage for revealing classified information. Snowden believes his acts were moral as it revealed that the U.S. was unlawfully spying on citizens. President Obama has yet to respond to Snowden's request, who now lives in Russia as he awaits the president's answer. Well, if it seemed like we had a hotter summer than usual, you were right. NASA announced today this past August was the warmest month ever recorded. It tied this July as the warmest month ever and now marks 11 straight months of record highs. Well, the middle class is on an economic comeback. That's according to data released by the U.S. Census today. Now, those new numbers show median household income rose to nearly $57,000 last year. It marks the first increase in median income since 2007, before the Great Recession set in. Also, the growth was widespread across geographic regions and races. The reason for the increasing incomes? Census officials say the growing number of people getting jobs. Well, a lot of workplaces have AEDs, or automated external defibrillators. And in Pontiac, an AED, along with some courageous colleagues, may have just saved a man's life. Our Paula Tutman has a look at why it's important to be well versed in using this machine.
Hey Karen, if you've ever seen one of these signs or one of these machines, here is a reason to learn how to use it properly. Tom Pachnick will tell you he's a simple, ordinary guy.
How you doing? Hey, Dave.
For 17 years, he's roamed the halls and various floors of the Oakland County Courthouse as a security guard who didn't feel special, not realizing that, in fact, he is one of the most special kinds of people on the planet, the kind of person willing to take a risk to save a life.
With Ken, it's kind of personal because he is not only a coworker, he's a friend.
It was exactly a week ago, off hours, a skeleton crew wrapping up the facility's work of the day, when a custodian, a co-worker, a friend pushed the down button on the elevator and then went down himself. 47-year-old Ken Cummings was face down, no pulse, no breathing, no vitals.
BSA Sullivan and I rolled him so we could see what's wrong with him.
Tom and 2 other co-workers sprang into action. Sure, they'd had CPR training and training on the automatic external defibrillator, or AED, but it had been a while. But the training kicked in.
I checked the breathing because they tell you in CPR to look, listen, and feel. I didn't see a rise in the chest, and I didn't hear breath. I was very frightened. Tim Hoskins goes to this firebox, and then he pulls the AED out. Tony Sullivan attached the pads of the AED onto Ken Cummings' chest, and after the AED starts, it's a voice prompt.
Today, that co-worker is alive because those 3 men not only took the time to get trained, but had the courage to try. Ken's mother, Janet, spoke to us by phone this afternoon.
They said had not the actions of those guys taken place, that Kenny would not be here.
And here's what Tom wants you to know. If you get the training, you can be someone's miracle too.
It's like winning the lottery. And I am so thankful God was watching out for all of us, and we acted appropriately, and now Ken is recovering from speechless. Just a life was saved. And that's my reward.
Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Very courageous coworkers. Thank you, Paula. Ahead, first at 4, service animals provide emotional support, comfort, and love. But one woman's species of support animal is raising some eyebrows today. Plus, Highland Park heroine, a local woman in the national spotlight, how she caught the attention of Ellen DeGeneres. And caregiving conundrum. While the population of elderly people is increasing, strain on families is also increasing. Why this problem doesn't appear to be going away anytime soon.
Clean. Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
This poor pup was found injured, abandoned, and all alone. And now animal control officers want to figure out what happened. I'm Evrod Cassimy. Coming up, the story behind this injured Shih Tzu, what charges the person responsible could face, and how you can help.
All right, thank you very much, Evrod. Andrew is back, and we were talking about earlier in the show what a gorgeous day it is. Fall has arrived, but just really in that perfect temperature, you know?
I know, especially for this time of year, Karen. It's around 80 degrees. The humidity still at comfortable ranges, so that's feeling good and looking good outside for another day.
But things are going to change a little later today.
Yeah, that's right. You
Oh,
can tell
it's
that was all
Michigan,
set
right?
up, folks. Yeah, exactly right. That's what we love about Michigan weather. We have some rain on the way, but not until after midnight. In fact, tonight we'll see temperatures that will fall into the 60s, not the 50s overnight, and we'll have some cloud cover overhead with that blanket of clouds. That's why I think we'll see lows around 65 degrees later on tonight in your 4-zone weather in the metro zone. Southern zone, same sort of deal. Temperatures a little bit higher than earlier this morning. 64 in Dundee overnight, 63 in Adrian. In our western zone, west of I-275, 61 in Brighton, 60 in Howell. And those are some of our cooler marks that will be out there later on tonight. Might see some upper 50s, but overall, low middle 60s around much of the area, and those cooler spots are reserved for our northern and far western zones. As you can see outside right now, absolutely gorgeous. 81 degrees, looking like summer with a strong southwest wind at around 17 miles per hour. And relative humidity only around 47%. Nice and comfy out there. Still looking at Ian out here in the Atlantic, spinning away, not much structure to it. It is still hurricane season after all, and this is going to stay over open waters as we go over the next couple of days. Traveling farther to the north, but staying away from the United States, most likely remaining a tropical storm instead of advancing to a hurricane. Looking lovely as we look at the Ambassador Bridge also. 79 right now for our friends over in Oxford, while it's 82 in Livonia and around Redford, 80 degrees right on the nose in Petersburg. And we'll see warm conditions over the next few hours. Here's some of the cooler air on the way. Now, in between this cooler air and warmer air over us, that's where we have clouds and that's where we have rain. Notice how all the rain sort of dries up as it gets closer to us. That's good. But this storm system out here, along with the frontal system, gets its act together. The air becomes more saturated, and these little green blips start to show up, but not until late tonight. As you can see, 11 p.m., midnight, and afterward. So that's our next chance of rain. Be prepared for a wet commute in the morning, but after this cold front passes, it becomes drier in the afternoon. But winds switch and come out of the north, so those temps that were in the 80s, yeah, that's going to be the warmest day of the week. That's happening right now. So 64 degrees overnight with rain moving in late, some rain and maybe even some thunderstorm activity in the morning, but a high only around 71 or 72, Karen. Sunshine comes back and we stay in the low 70s Thursday, then back to the middle, upper 70s by the beginning of this coming weekend.
Thank you, Andrew. Let's talk good health. The aging population will soon require more help from family members, but there may be a shortage of potential caregivers. So we brought in Dr. McGeorge to talk about this really increasing problem.
That's absolutely right, Karen. You know, at present, about 18 million Americans currently care for an elderly family member, and that can cause stress and financial hardship for the caregivers. Well, now, a new report finds the proportion of people who will need monitoring and care is expected to reach 37% by the year 2050. The problem is the pool of people able to handle those difficult responsibilities is projected to decrease. Frankly, if society doesn't get ahead of this, it's going to create a health crisis in the future. Karen, back to you.
All right, thank you, Doc. Well, a local woman from Highland Park is in the national spotlight. As a matter of fact, what she was doing on her street caught the attention of Ellen DeGeneres. So Ellen decided to fly her out today to LA. Look at her. That was her at Metro Airport when she flew out. She is talking to Ellen to share all the good things that she is doing on her Highland Park street.
When it says it takes a village to raise a child, actually we have to build villages that's worthy of raising the children.
Sitting on her Avalon Street front porch, Sue Harris not only shares what she feels needs to be done to make her Highland Park neighborhood better, she's doing the hard work.
Well, we're gonna plant tomatoes, we're gonna plant some greens.
The neighborhood garden she started is just one step of many.
So how many plots do you own?
About 11, and we have maybe 6 that'll be approved.
Her nonprofit is buying up the lots and turning them into neighborhood assets.
The first one is soccer and volleyball. We move further down. This is gonna be the basketball. With bleachers.
Oh, she has the plans all right. A homework house and activity courts to keep the kids educated and entertained. A greenhouse and a cafe so residents can lead a healthy life. And the centerpiece, Jacoby Park, named after her son, who was killed in 2007 by a hit-and-run driver. He was just 2 years old.
He's an ambassador definitely in the heavens, and he's a child that I still raise. Even though he's not here physically, I hear him and and so, hey, mommy, create this, dude. I'm like, whoa, okay then. We can pull this off, right, Jacoby?
Oh, she sure can pull it off. You don't want to miss Sue Harris's appearance on Ellen. She will be on the show tomorrow at 3 here on Local 4. Then Sue Harris will join me live on First at 4 to talk about the success in her neighborhood and also what needs to be done there. So make sure to join us right here for First at 4. Meantime, ahead, Color Rush. The Detroit Lions officially have an alternate uniform. We'll show you what they look like. And ever wonder just how clean your hotel room is? A new investigation is literally shining a light on the truth.
Today we're going to be...
Time now for a look at our trending stories. Many times you go into a hotel room and you worry about the cleanliness. So let's get right out to Deborah Norville from Inside Edition with some pretty disturbing findings.
We checked into a total of 9 hotels, and in 1/3 of the hotels that we visited, and they were beautiful facilities. I mean, take a look at these pictures. They were lovely hotels with nice rooms and all this sort of stuff. 3 out of the 9 did not change the sheets. And we know this because we took this fluorescent light and we sprayed a stencil that said, I slept here. And when you show the black light on it, you could see that we had used those sheets. We made it look like we'd slept in the bed. Checked into the same room the next day, and sure enough, 1/3 of the rooms had not been changed. So what do you do? Well, we went to the staff, and they all said, "Oh, this is terrible. We don't condone this. We will re-educate our housekeeping staff." But what do you do as a consumer? Here's an interesting trick. Shy of taking your own sheets with you, because who's got room in their carry-on for that? Just call housekeeping when you check in and ask for a fresh set of sheets.
Oh, I like that advice. And be sure to stay tuned to Local 4 for the complete results of that investigation. That's on Inside Edition in just in a few minutes at 4:30. Also trending, Detroit Lions officially have an alternate uniform. The NFL unveiled Color Rush jerseys for all 32 teams today, which each team will wear on their respective Thursday night games. Unfortunately, the Lions don't have any Thursday night games this year, so while these jerseys certainly look slick, you won't be seeing them on the Lions anytime soon. Ahead, First at 4, terrific turkey. Why this little guy is changing his owner's life one day at a time.
Broken chairs, dirty walls, peeling paint. This is not an abandoned building. Right now, you're inside a Detroit public school.
The school needs a lot of help, and the students need help.
Now we reveal Help Me Hank, the school project.
We have assembled a big team, and you'll watch it all unfold as we breathe new life into this old school building.
I'd like for my children to feel special because the children at Thurgood Marshall are special.
See the transformation for yourself.
They look very nice and very clean.
Our special report and our big announcement tonight at 11.
Finally, First at 4, when most people think of emotional support of animals, most of the time they think of cats and dogs.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Karen. But one woman in Washington State is bucking that trend because she prefers a live turkey to help her get through each day.
Mary Pierce suffers from lupus and depression, and she admits it's a tough life, but it's made a lot easier by her friend, Sammy the turkey. Yeah, inside her house. It may look strange, but Pierce says she can't imagine life without her turkey.
Oh, he looks like a Sammy.
Everyone's got to find their own little zen spot, I guess.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for First at 4. We are back in a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next. We sure hope you have a wonderful afternoon.